What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oleksandr Usyk. Oleksandr Usyk is to fight in September. Oleksandr will be returning in September to resume his career at heavyweight, according to his promoter Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Sports. Usyk 16-0 with 12 knockouts. Injured a bicep while training for his heavyweight debut against the 38-year-old former world champion or world challenger Carlos Takam, which had scheduled for last Saturday night for the Zone at the MGM National Harbor in Oxon Hill, Maryland. So, Usyk, now 32 years old, was forced to pull out. So this enabled lightweight David Haney to move on into the main event and shine in beating fringe level fighter Antonio Moran. You know, I want to talk about that fight also, but that's going to be another video. Now there won't be any word of who he's fighting according to this post. Given that Takam doesn't have a fight scheduled, it would be surprising that if the match still goes ahead. It's a long time for Takam to have to wait on the Usyk fight. But if the money is good enough, you can understand why he would wait. So, this is some promising news, and it was unfortunate to see Usyk pull out. You know, I haven't heard of Usyk ever getting injured. I know Loma was injured, but we didn't really know he was injured until he was in surgery. And he came back and he fought Pedraza, and people doubted his skills or whatnot, you know. But people need to understand that you deserve some get back fights. Even with Keith Thurman, and he was injured as long, he has tennis elbow and another injury, you know, he was allowed to look a certain way, you know, and he'd been out of the ring for a very long time. I'm not sure if it's due to injury, but that's what the claim was. So with Usyk, it sounds like it's pretty legit, but at least he's coming back in September, you know, to start his heavyweight debut. I just hate he got a late start, and he didn't come into the heavyweight division at the time he really wanted to, because timing's everything at the end of the day. Now, as far as Takam, like they said, if the money's right, he will fight Takam. But if not, he should find a decent opponent. Takam was a good, durable opponent, though. You know, but you don't want to rush Usyk too fast because, you know, again, he's coming from cruiserweight. But you do want him in there with an elite fighter, because it really at this point is sink or swim. He started at heavyweight. So I feel that with his skill set, with his ring IQ, with his boxing pedigree, I think he can hold his own with a lot of those fighters. We just got to put him in with those fighters. Now, again, due to he had an injury, it should be someone of a light touch, or Takam. I would go for Takam. Let's pick up where they left off. Let's make that fight happen. But this is very good news, because it just makes the heavyweight division that much interesting. When Usyk comes back into the play, you got guys like Dillian White, Deontay Wilder saying, hey, it's a bad idea to come up here with the big boys, you know, and saying things like, hey, I would rough him up and beat him up in the fight. He's too small. You know, it's time for Usyk to turn it on and to turn it up really fast, to show these guys, or the naysayers, the heavyweights, he has to make them respect him at the end of the day. But I am glad on whoever he's going up against, at least he's coming back in a quick manner. So you guys tell me what you think about Usyk returning in September. Of course, please subscribe, guys. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.